Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Monica. I'm an ex-hunbot. I did Mary Kay and Beachbody several years ago, and because of my experiences, I have become extremely anti-MLM. In today's video, I wanted to focus on Monat, however you call it. I really don't know, everyone says it differently. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I recently was blocked, unfriended, unfollowed by a Monet Hun who I have been friends with for quite some time now. So, and out of respect for her, I didn't want to make this video because I didn't want to attack her work. I still, feel for the Huns that are still in these MLMs. But with that being said, now that I know where we stand, I decided I'm going to make this video. A few little housekeeping things. So if you're just here for the Monet portion of this, I will leave a timestamp here on the screen. But if you are a subscriber, I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of you. We reached 1,000 subscribers a few weeks ago. I am so incredibly excited and so incredibly grateful for those of you who are here with me all the time, and for those of you who actually were kind of counting down for me. I got so many comments of like, almost at 1K, or oh, you're at 1K. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. I also found out that YouTube has allegedly started phantom unsubscribing some of you from my channel. So just so you guys know, if you don't want to miss any anti-MLM videos, I highly recommend joining my anti-MLM Facebook group, or if you want, you can follow me on Instagram. I usually post the most on Instagram and my anti-MLM Facebook group. So if you don't want to miss any more videos and you're worried about getting unsubbed, then just go to those pages. In the beginning of November, I'll be going on a conference that is in Georgia, and it's car related. So if you're into cars, make sure to follow my Insta stories because I'll definitely be posting a bunch of behind the scenes. Okay, I think that just about covers everything that I needed to talk to my subscribers about here. I'm sorry, there's a ton of stuff going on lately, so I just wanted to make sure that all of you guys are aware of things that are going on. Okay, Monet. I'm gonna call it Monet because I like calling it that instead of Monat. I don't know why, I think it just sounds a little, it kind of slips off the tongue a little nicer. So we're gonna call it Monet for this video. I have a ton of notes today, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. A little bit about Monet. They are hair care, and recently they introduced a skincare line. They are an MLM, even though they like to put social marketing on their website. I think the reason why so many companies are starting to go with affiliate marketing or social media marketing, stuff like that, I think they're trying to get away from the term multi-level marketing, only because I honestly, in my opinion, I really think that it's because of the anti-MLM movement, and I think that they're trying to steer clear of MLM so that they don't get grouped into this whole, movement, I guess you could say. Also, just a disclaimer real quick, this video is my opinion and for entertainment purposes only, so I don't want to get in trouble for saying anything that's in this video, so I do have to put that in there. I do want you guys to do your due diligence and do your own research as well if you don't agree with some things in this video, or whatever. Okay, so Monet hair care, current and recently skincare. They were founded in 2014. Now, fun fact, I thought this was kind of shady, to say the least. So the president, Stuart A. McMillan, I'm not sure if I'm saying that properly, I probably completely butchered his name, but he was actually the previous CEO of a company called Telex Free, which was shut down by the SEC in 2014 for being a Ponzi scheme. And it's funny that Monet was founded in 2014 and he is the president of Monet. So there is that. So this company, the history is they're actually owned by Alcora Corporation, which was originally established in 2001, and they are under, I'm going to butcher the name of this company, but they're under Ludine Global, which is actually an MLM that is based out of Florida. Now I did just want to kind of go over the before and after pictures that you see of Monat and Monet Huns. A lot of those pictures that they post, if you look very closely and if you know anything about hair, a lot of the pictures that I've seen, it's just the different way that the hair has been styled. So a lot of these before and after pictures, it looks like the hair has been styled. For example, girls with curly hair. I don't have curly hair. You can see I have like super straight hair. Girls with curly hair. The number one rule is that you don't brush your curly hair because it poofs out and it frizzes and it looks like it's damaged when it's actually not. It's just that it's been brushed out. So that's why a lot of girls with curly hair, they don't brush their hair out like that, or they'll put product into it. And these people are using these before and after pictures, and it legit looks like they took a little girl, brushed out her curly hair in one picture for the before, and then in the after picture they put product in her hair. It's clear as day that there's some kind of product in her hair. Not saying that it looks bad. It looks beautiful. Honestly, I think it looks beautiful either way because it is your natural hair. But don't try to use before and after pictures like that and have it be so misleading. Now, I wanted to do a little bit of a comparison because obviously you can see my hair is colored and my hair is very dry and it's been through a lot of processes, especially over the past almost 2 years. So there was a point in time where I reached out to my friend who was in Monat, and I just wanted to say this was before I knew about the anti-MLM movement. This is before I really took a deep dive into it, and this is before I knew about the claims that are being made against Monat. So I did reach out to her and ask her about using her products because she was a friend of mine, and I honestly, stupid me, thought that these products, maybe they'll work for me. Now, I used them from her when she first started back in, I think it was 2014 or 2015, and I thought that maybe the formula had changed because back then it made my hair, I don't even know how this is possible, but it made my hair greasy and dry at the same time. So basically my hair felt like when you touched it, it felt like it hadn't been washed in 2 weeks, but when you looked at it, it looked like I had been straightening my hair every single day for the past 20 years. So I don't know how that's possible. Never had any hair fall out, but it did make my hair, the texture of it, and I couldn't style it. It was really weird. So I didn't like it. I've never had a shampoo or a conditioner do that to my hair, and I just wasn't about to. I know that they say like, oh, give it a little bit of time, your hair has to get used to it, but I have never had that happen to my hair, so I did not like it. So I didn't continue using it, but I did contact her a little bit ago, like almost a year ago, about purchasing from her and just testing out the product again because I did want to see if maybe something has changed. So, because it's been several years. I'm going to compare the restructure line that is on the Monat website. So the conditioner is $49 at a regular price, and if you're a VIP, it's $42. Now that is for a 6 fluid ounce bottle, okay? The shampoo is $39, and if you're a VIP, it's $33, and it's an 8 fluid ounce bottle. Now, just to compare to the shampoo that I actually have been using, and I do swear by it, I don't even know why I wanted to try anything else. Currently, I'm actually using a different conditioner only because I have pink in my hair, so I'm using a specific conditioner that I got from the hair salon that I just went to, and it's specifically for the pink. So the conditioner I'm not currently using, but I was using it before. So just to compare, I was using the Sebastian Penetrate Strengthening line. Now I'll leave links to those below. I did get them off of Amazon. It's not an affiliate link and I'm not trying to sell you anything, but if you want to take a look at it, I'll leave the links in it below. So for the conditioner, it's $39.96, of course this is before shipping, for a 33.79 fluid ounce bottle. So then the shampoo is $30.69, and it's for a 33.8 fluid ounce bottle. Now, you know, that is obviously a huge difference, and in my opinion, I think that the Sebastian line is actually the superior product. I think it works better. I didn't have that same weird oily, greasy, dry situation when I first started using it. It actually did help my hair improve, and I still use that shampoo to this day. I actually have to refill it soon. But I still use that shampoo to this day, and I really truly think that it has helped keep my hair somewhat less damaged and everything like that, because I have bleached it so many times by, you know, to get different colors in my hair over the past 2 years. So I really truly do think that it is a good product. It was extremely hard for me to find a lot of information about Monat. So I don't know if they're trying to hide something or what the case is, but I could not find an income disclosure statement. Now, the one thing that I did find was from 2015, and it was on a website that talks about MLMs. I don't know, it's not really a legitimate source, but it was also posted into the subreddit, which is also not, you know, a citable source, I guess you could say. But for there to only be that little snippet of information from 2015, only a year after Monat was founded, I think that that kind of speaks volumes, that if you're not showing people your income disclosure statement, I think it's a little concerning. And also because from that little snippet in 2015, again, this is not a citable source, so I really don't know if this is legitimate or not. Plus it was in Canadian currency, so I actually did, for US dollars for today, I did the currency exchange rate to see what it would be from Canadian currency to US dollars. You would make annually, this was annually on that statement, it was $16.81 all the way up to $907. This is annually. Honestly, if this is still the same for the lowest MPs, I would not be surprised, only because it is an MLM. It is multi-level marketing, and in order for the people at the top to make money, people at the bottom need to spend, waste, lose money. That's just how it works, unfortunately, in the structure. And those numbers, I honestly, wholeheartedly would not be surprised if that is still the same to this day, only because the more people that are in the company, the more distributors that you have, the likelihood of more people making money is very, very low, because we all hear about Monat. We all have been we've all been contacted by Monat Huns. It's just inevitable to be contacted by them because they're literally all over. And so with the market being so saturated, I honestly would not be surprised if that number is still the same, if not even less to this day. And that doesn't even include the money that it took for them to pay into the business and their personal volume. So the fact that you cannot find their income disclosure statement kind of worries me a little bit. And also the compensation plan, I tried to look at their compensation plan, and to be completely honest with you guys, it made no sense to me. Now, they try to make this PDF file all pretty with like different colors and, you know, little boxes and squares and this and that. And I think it's to take away from you sitting down and actually focusing on the compensation plan. I wanted to get into the starter kits because I was able to find the pricing for the starter kits online. That's like the only thing I was able to find. But so the first starter kit is $99. The business product pack is $299. The success product pack is $399. And then the overachiever product pack is $649. So I guess it's like different ways to get into the company. That's obviously, you know, you have the starter kit, This is minus all the tax and fees and shipping and all that kind of stuff. But so you have the starter kits, the different types. So I guess it's kind of similar to how my Mary Kay was. You could sign up with like the lowest starter kit, or you can sign up with the higher one. And I, like an idiot, signed up with the higher one because you automatically make a higher rank. So I don't know if that's the same for Monat. I honestly, like I said, they're very good at hiding their information. I was not able to find it. If someone else out there has been able to find it, please leave a comment below so that I know if that's the reasoning behind this. But anyway, the next thing I wanted to go over, I went through the one thing that I did find was like a policy and procedures handbook, I guess you could call it. And there were a few things that I wanted to go over, only because I found them kind of interesting. I'm going to read them off, but I'll leave in the description below where I found it, what page I found it on, and a link to the actual portion, like this terms, policies, procedures, whatever you want to call it. So the first one I wanted to go over was section 3.6.4. It's titled Compensation Plan Claims. They say in here, when presenting or discussing the Monat compensation plan, market partners must make it clear to prospective market partners that financial success with Monat requires commitment, effort, and sales skill. Conversely, market partners must never represent that one can be successful without diligently applying themselves. And then they give examples of like misrepresentations. So, of course, we all know that with any job, with any company, with any business that is legitimately your own business, we all know that you need hard work. We all know that you have to work diligently. But these Monat Huns, they put on this persona and they put on this, you know, they have a narrative. And unfortunately, even though they have this in their terms and policies, procedures, whatever, even though they have this stated in there, it doesn't mean that these Monat Huns aren't actually out doing this, because I actually have seen it. So, allegedly. Don't want to get in trouble. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to go over is Section 5 Sales Requirements, Section 5.1. It's called Product Sales. The Monat compensation plan is based on the sale of Monat products to end consumers. Market partners must fulfill personal and marketing organization retail sales requirements, as well as meet other requirements as set forth in the agreement in order to be eligible for bonuses, commissions, and advancement to higher levels of achievement. And it proceeds to go on to talk about how market partners have to satisfy their personal volumes. They have the requirement for personal volume in order to have their rank in Monat stay the same. The same goes for their group volume requirements in order to keep their rank also have to hit a certain rank. So of course this is just like any other MLM. I found another section, it's about the term and renewal of agreement. It's section 2.4. I found it kind of interesting. I'm not going to read through it. I'll actually leave a link for you guys for this one because it is kind of a lengthy read. But basically what they're saying in this agreement is that there is an annual fee that you have to pay, and it's $49.99 if you're a market partner or distributor, whatever you want to call it, consultant, whatever. So, and it's plus, you know, taxes, that sort of thing. So you have this annual fee, and if you don't renew it within 30 days of your anniversary date, then your account will be suspended for 15 days. And during that suspension period, you can renew it, but the renewal fee is now $100. Now, if you don't renew it within that suspension period, then your downline is, I guess it goes to your upline, and then you're kind of like kicked out, and then you have to wait 6 months in order to re-enroll into the company. So I find that kind of, I mean, I guess I kind of understand where they're coming from with that, because you have to pay that annual fee, but I feel as though going from $49.99 And then if you don't pay within 30 days, it goes up to $100. And then if you don't pay that within 15 days, so this is a total of 45 days after, then you're automatically kicked out, and then you have to wait 6 months to enroll again. I think that's a little intense, especially for an MLM. That's really, maybe it's me though. I say this all the time, that maybe it's just me, but I feel like some of these terms and conditions, like, they're just ridiculous and shady and sketchy. And of course it's an MLM, so I have my biased opinion. But moving on to product claims. There's two different sections for product claims. There's 3.6.2 and then there's also 3.6.2a. We're going to go over both of them. So the first one, no claims which include personal testimonials as to therapeutic, curative, or beneficial properties of any products offered by Monat may be made except those contained in official Monat literature. In particular, market partners may make no claims that Monat products are useful in the cure, treatment, diagnosis, mitigation, or prevention of any diseases. Such statements can be perceived as medical or drug claims, and they may lack adequate substantiation. Not only are such claims in violation of the market partner agreement, they also violate the laws and regulations of the United States, Canada, and other countries. Who here has seen personal testimonials of these Monat exhunbots saying that they have had massive regrowth, saying that they were losing all this hair and now they're not losing hair anymore? Yeah, me, I have. Product claims, this is the second portion. Monat strongly encourages all of its market partners to promote the benefits of Monat's revolutionary products and its cutting-edge market opportunity. Market partners may not make product comparisons against the products of other companies except as specifically set forth in official Monat marketing materials. Any other product comparisons made by a market partner are prohibited and are a violation of these policies and procedures and may result in potential legal claims for trademark infringement and defamation against the market partner making such comparisons, as well claims against Monat. So I don't know how I feel about that particular product claim portion. I mean, I guess it's good that they're putting all of these policies and procedures in place, but at the same time, how are you going to tell your people that they can't make comparisons? Unless if it's specifically from you. And then if they do make the comparisons, then it may result in legal claims. I feel like that's kind of, you know, it's kind of like cult-like mentality. It kind of seems a little bit like cult-like mentality. If you watch my video about how I compared the bite model to MLMs, that kind of sounds a little bit like some of the things I went over in that video. But I'm gonna say this is for entertainment purposes only because I do not need them coming after me. Let's just put it that way. The next portion, it says about income claims. So basically it's a really long read. So again, I'll leave this in the description, but basically what this talks about is Monat Huns cannot tell their downline or prospective people how much they make, what their paycheck is, or anything that has to do with income. Because they have to make sure that all of these new prospects know that they might not achieve the same results that you did. So they're putting this policy in place, but how are you going to put this policy in place and then let your distributors walk around saying that they have financial freedom? Because that right there is also very misleading. That right there shows people who are in a shitty situation, whether it be, you know, they are in debt or something like that, it gives them hope. So I don't know. I feel like maybe they're just not monitoring their people. I feel like that might be it because the market is so saturated, and they put all of these procedures in an agreement, you know, this 30-page long thing, but are they actually following it? it doesn't seem like it, because a lot of Monat people that I know, I talked about the MLM fail of a Monat Hun recently. I feel like they're not following that. So you guys might want to check the social media people, because all of the accounts are public. So you might want to check your distributors and what they're saying online. I don't want anyone to get in trouble. I don't want anyone getting sued, but it needs to stop. The next thing that I wanted to chat about real quick. There was an article that I found. Now, granted, it was on BuzzFeed, so of course that's not a citable source or anything. So this is just for entertainment purposes. So I found this article, and it was about this woman who came out on Facebook and basically said that Monat products were making her hair fall out. She then proceeded to talk to other people and see if they had the same thing. She found out that there were multiple people that had this problem, so she decided to start a Facebook group. Basically, it's like a support group for people who have also gone through the same thing with Monat. Now, with that being said, she has the right as an American citizen to have freedom of speech. She has the right to be able to go and talk about something that happened to her. Apparently, she had tried contacting Monat and they wouldn't refund her until this whole thing snowballed out of control. Now, whenever the article was written, she already had 12,000 people, 12,000 members in that group, so I'm sure she has way more than that now. But at the same time that the article was also being written, Monat got a hold of this woman and they actually sued her for defamation. And I think that they were trying to silence her, because there were multiple people coming out and saying that they lost their hair. They had these sores. Some people had sores so bad that they were leaking out of their scalp. There are pictures of people who have literally gone from, normal hair to really thinning hair. And as someone who has thin hair, I would never want that to happen to me. Now, granted, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if there's any scientific proof that this has happened. Personally, when I tried Monat products back in like 2014, 15, when they first came out, I didn't have this problem. So I don't know. Of course, formulas change, everything changes. But for Monat to sit there and try to silence these people, I don't think that's right. In my opinion, I really feel like they were just trying to silence them. And of course, it causes an uproar. But here's the thing, is that I wouldn't have gotten to that point if Monat would have listened to this woman in the beginning. If they would have listened to the claims that she was making, and if they would have listened to her wanting a refund, because she didn't get that, I'm sure that if she would have gotten that refund, she wouldn't have gone on Facebook and talked about it. Maybe she would have asked a few people if it happened, but I don't think that she would have been as angry as she was in the situation. What really bothers me too is that the president of the company, the one that I talked about in the beginning that was involved in the Ponzi scheme, yeah. So the same guy, he actually made very terrible remarks and made really kind of asshole-ish comments in this article. The one thing that really annoyed me with what he said was, apparently this woman had blocked him on Facebook. Now, if you're upset like this person, I can understand blocking them. I mean, it's Facebook. You don't want people coming to your Facebook, okay? Well, so his response to when they said that he was blocked, it's kind of a broken up story, but part of the story is they were claiming that they couldn't contact her because they couldn't contact her through social media. Okay, guys, there's something called email. There's something called making up fake Facebook things to try to contact the person. There's also something called mail. You can physically send her a letter stating that you would like to talk to her and, this and that. What they could have also done, instead of just automatically suing her, what they could have also done was sent her a courtesy letter and said, hey, we're going to press charges if you don't stop making these claims on social media. we've tried to contact you X amount of times, which according to her, they didn't, to resolve the issue. They could have easily just talked to her. Most of the time, working in customer service for most of my life, most of the time people just want to be heard. They just want to be heard by someone. They want someone to actually sympathize with them, and genuinely. And honestly, if I was the customer service rep, hearing that someone had a problem like this, hearing that they had hair loss, I would bring it up to a superior. I would talk to a supervisor or a manager and say, hey, I have this woman on the phone and she's claiming that this happened to her. What can we do for her? I know that it's past the return policy, but can we just refund her? Or, can we refund her and then maybe, I don't know, send her a free gift or something like that? Because you're allowed to do that. If you're a manager or a supervisor, you have the authority to be able to say these kinds of things to customers. All they want to do is to be heard. That's it. They want someone to hear them out and they want someone to solve their problem. So I think that this particular situation would not have blown up if it was from the get-go handled a little bit better. That's just my personal opinion. I didn't like the comments that he made, and I do think that the whole situation could have been handled better. But at the same time, if there are multiple people making claims that as soon as they started using your shampoo, their hair started falling out or they started getting sores, I really think that it's something to look into. I really think that it's time for you to contact these people and ask them, hey, do you maybe possibly have an allergy to one of the ingredients? That's the first thing you should look at. Don't just tell them, oh, go to a dermatologist because obviously, there's something wrong with you because no one else has this problem. No, that's not how you handle these things. I really, truly think that it could have been handled way differently. I mean, especially judging by how many class action lawsuits there are against Monat for this particular reason. There are so many people coming out of the woodwork saying that this happened to them. So I really think that with all of these people coming out and saying this, it is something that Monat should look into. It is something that they shouldn't just brush to the side or try to sue other people for defamation. I really, truly think that this is something they should look into and make sure that there isn't a product in there that can possibly be hurting these people. And there are Monat Huns out there claiming that this is normal. This is part of the process. This is part of the detox process. There is a really good video of a girl who she actually looked at the ingredients. She is a professional in the hair industry, and I'll leave her link below too. She went through all the different things that are in there, things that I would never know because I'm not a professional, and she explained it very well. So if you have time, I definitely think you should check out her video as well. I know that I've kind of ranted a little bit in this video, so this is all based on my opinion, the stuff that I have been able to find, honestly. And I hope that eventually there will be an income disclosure statement, because I would love to see how much money some of these Huns are making and how much most of the people are probably losing. But anyway, if you have watched up to here, thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure you follow me on social media and join my anti-MLM Facebook group, because people are telling me that YouTube is allegedly unsubscribing them to my channel. So if you're not checking in on YouTube with me, just make sure that you follow me elsewhere so you can stay up to date on all of the things anti-MLM. I'll be bringing you guys some story times as well, so make sure to hang out for that. And yeah, I guess that's it for this video. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye!